right now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our friend and soon to be yours, Frank G.
What up? Am I upside down?
You're sideways.
What up, Frank G?
Frank G, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, how you doing?
All right.
There you are. There you are.
Y'all can hear me okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long time coming. A lot of hound dogging.
No, man, you're good, man. Look, I collected like 10 Juggalos. Like, I put the call out like 8 months ago. I was like, hey, we need Juggalos for Juggalo Origin. Hit me up. And then like we stopped doing it for 6 months. You know what I mean? So I collected like 10 Juggalos, and I wanted to stay true to my list. I had a real list going, and I have stayed true. Every one, I've gone down in line. And I finally got to you, man. We never forgot about you. We just forgot about doing Juggalo Origins.
I never lost faith. I knew it would happen one day or another. I was going to get on here one way or another.
You made it happen, man. Look at you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the wait. I mean,
yeah. Let's see what you got going on back there. What kind of cool shit you got behind you?
Yeah.
I got my little Juggalo teenager dream come true museum back here.
Man, Juggalo Shrine.
That looks like shrine. You got every vinyl. You got every vinyl with the first deck right there.
The only one I'm missing is Malenko.
Oh,
which I plan to get very soon. So,
man,
but other than that, I got second deck. I got all those, and then just missing Malenko. So,
oh, nice,
man. See that is awesome. That is awesome, man. I like seeing them vinyls right there, nice and pretty, standing tall.
Yeah, they look good, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, like I said, the teenager in me, the teenage Jug is like in heaven with this type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, especially that kind of shrine. Like that's like you got like the perfect amount of shit. You know what I mean? Like you
just enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like the quality stuff, you know,
yes.
like all the good shit.
He's got the six deck box set going on up there too.
Yeah.
I see the Lick Mine Arsh vinyl up there. Oh, and the Mars Dark Lotus in the corner there. That know, of course, that got stolen from me by Jason Easter.
Yeah, man.
So.
Yo, I'm a big Lotus fan, so that's one of the major things I try to collect for sure.
Oh, that's what's up, Frank. I don't have any that Lotus vinyl. That looks very dope. Do you play them or you just keep them for keepsakes?
No, I play them too. You know, like the only one that's sealed is the Shangri-La one, and I don't know. Eventually, someday I'll open it, but since it's like they say there's only 1,000 copies, I haven't quite brought myself to open it up yet.
Now have you had that? Have you had that since since they released that? You held on to it, or did you have to buy that late? Like later on.
That one I bought later on.
Okay.
Most of these I just recently started collecting the vinyl, so I've had it for a few months now at this point. So.
That's crazy that it's still sealed, man.
I know.
Crazy.
It cost me a little bit to find a sealed one.
Oh,
they
I
don't
bet.
pop up often.
Yeah. Man, maybe I should have just sold my sealed one and bought an open one. My buddy gave me he had one from back then, and he just like gave it to me. I was like, fuck yes. Literally the moment he gave it to me, I opened it and like put it on my record player.
That's that one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, fucking play them. I got to get some kind of enjoyment out of it. It's cool to look at, but I want to hear them too.
Yeah, I feel that, man. That's what's up. So Frank, where are you from?
I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Oh, cool. How is it out there?
I love it out here. Right now we've had pretty mild winter, but it's a beautiful day today. And but no, I love it here, man. It's in Colorado Springs. We're about an hour south of Denver, which is like the big city. And like that's where the Clowns play most of the time. But so it's a smaller town, but we still get live over here.
I was gonna say
Colorado Springs, is that where the Garden of the Gods is?
Yep.
Yeah.
I live about 15 minutes from there.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like like a cliff, like a rock kind of park. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just like a tourist destination.
Yeah.
It's just like there's these red rocks, I guess, and it's just a beautiful place to visit, I guess. When people come to the Springs.
Yeah, super touristy, but it's pretty damn cool.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I've been out there. I've been out there once, so yeah, it was really cool. Colorado Springs looked like a really cool town.
It is. It's dope. We're like
Yeah.
right at the foothills of like Pikes Peak,
Yeah.
in the Rocky Mountains. So, you know, we're not quite a mountain town. We still got city life and all that, but we're right there too. You can drive 20 minutes and be up in the mountains, you know.
Yeah.
You got good internet.
Yeah.
That's
I
all.
try. I
Dude,
hope so.
I always fantasize about moving to like a different city and shit. I'm like, oh, I don't know if their internet's gonna be good though.
Right?
I think it's good pretty much everywhere now.
Like Colorado seems like it's such a cool place to live. Like I've never been there. Like I've been to Florida
Yeah.
like 20 times and it's fine, but Colorado sounds like it's a cool place. Like just a chill. Like I just get like a chill vibe from there.
It is very chill. You know, like growing up, it was more of a conservative town. Like there was a big church, a lot of churches, like focus on the family was big out here. But in the last 10 years, you know, they legalized weed. We've been on the forefront of that. Like it's gotten a lot more liberal and very chill out here. So
That's cool.
That's good.
So living in Colorado Springs, you'd probably prefer that to living in like a bigger city like Denver.
Yeah, you know, because we do kind of we still get that city life here, but we don't have to deal with traffic and just it's less expensive, you know. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, you know. You get a little bit of that city life, and you can dip out to the mountains if you want, you know. So I like it here, you know.
See, I'm just getting like ideas of where to move.
Now, I'll
now.
tell you what, when we went through there, we stayed the night there, man. It seemed there's the vibe there seemed really cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. Most people that come out here enjoy it, you know. But this is where I've been for the last. I was born in LA in California, but I was raised out here. You know, me and my girlfriend just bought a house out here, so
Nice.
we're staying for a while
Nice.
longer. You know.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So what do you do?
Right now, I manage an aquarium warehouse.
Okay.
Me and my dad, we don't own it, but we basically run the daily operations, and you know, we're a lot of packing and shipping, in warehouse work.
Logistics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all aquariums and reptile, all that stuff.
That's
you know?
cool,
Everything
so-
but the actual fish and reptiles.
That's interesting.
Now, are you into fish and reptiles?
Not so much. Right
Yeah.
now, it's kind of just a job. I've been doing it for a couple years. You know, I seem to do that. I bounce around from different jobs to different jobs. And,
Hey, same
right
here,
now-
man.
Yeah, I've been same here.
Every job I'm at, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, I can give a good 3 years, and then I start wandering. a
I'm
little
similar,
bit.
man.
I like it.
And you're how old? You said you're similar in age to us, right? How old are you?
I'm 34. I just turned 34 a few weeks ago.
Okay, I'm 37. Carver, I think.
Okay.
What, you're 39?
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, we're pretty close. But yeah, that said, I'm just saying, like, I literally just switched jobs last year. You know what I mean? Like,
Me too.
yeah, I can't
No.
I can't do it. I'm with you, Frank. Like,
How could you leave the Fago plant though?
that was that
dude,
was,
believe me, that really it pains me. Like, I think about that place daily. You know, but
I think about it daily.
I miss my peeps
We-
there.
We might have to review that Juggalo card you got, bro.
I know, dude. Believe me.
You're already don't know shit about 17 or what is it?
I know, man. I was laughing about that shit. I'm like, oh man, you guys are killing me.
Dude, like, then you know what? I got pissed. I was like, "Hey, can anyone tell me what ICP stands for?" But then that actually led to I'll bring it up later. But it led to people actually giving funny answers, which I should read some of them later. Actually. But yeah, anyways, man, Fago plant, I do miss that, man. It's but once you see how the sausage is made, it's not the same.
Looking behind the curtain, you always, you might not like what you see.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Frank. So, your origin. So, what? How long have you been a Juggalo? What got you? What started you down the path?
Shit, it was probably I was introduced to like ICP and Twisted right around the Bizarre Freak Show era.
It's a good one.
Growing up, like me and my friends, we were always into music. I mean, we would listen to a lot of rock, a lot of hip hop, and then one of my best friends, his uncle, he was like the cool uncle. He wasn't too much older than us, but he would always be wearing his Twisted jerseys or whatever. And I remember one day he gave us the Bizarre sampler, and ever since then it was just like we had no idea what the fuck we were listening to. You know, it was just so different, and it felt like we shouldn't be listening to it.
Yeah, because that would put you around what, 12 or 13, probably, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I was about 13. You know,
okay.
12. Yeah. So, but yeah, it felt like we weren't supposed to be listening to it, but it was funny. You know, we liked the music, and we just kind of hanging out with my friend's uncle, like anywhere he would take us. He was listening to Freak Show or whatever it was. He was a big Twisted fan back in the day. So that's kind of how it started. We just kind of heard it like that.
It just got in there.
Yeah. Eventually we started buying our own CDs and just went from there. You know, the rest is history.
I know you mentioned it was the Bizarre sampler, right? But do you think would you count that as like the song that like really like, you know, perked your ears the first time you know, like that really gave you that ICP like itch?
I'm trying to think. It probably was like Cherry Pie, one of those songs. It was kind of one of the singles off of Bizarre, like that just grabbed me, you know. And then once I heard the full album, like Take Me Away, you know, Questions, things like that, it was a wrap after that. And then hearing songs like We Don't Die, I mean, it was on from
that.
There.
Had to be a hell of a year, because that was what, 2000.
And they were peaking, like.
Yeah, I mean was a hell of a, that'd be a hell of a peak year to come in. You're 12, 13. You're coming in the year 2000.
It's like you're coming in at 100. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and you're going into the new millennium with this music that you've never heard of. That's probably a hell. You probably got some nostalgic memories from that shit, man. I bet.
Oh my God, man, that was the time of my life back then, you know, like those years, even the few years after, were a lot of fun. And, you know, a lot of the friends that I met and that I still have to this day were because of that time and the music, you know?
Yeah. Like me and Carver met like, you know, back then, you know what I mean? Like I get it.
Yeah. I remember like, I started listening to him a few years before that, but I remember that 2000, 2001, 2002 and 3 kind of those years, man, those really were like some of the peak years right there.
Yeah, for sure, man.
They say like the Malenko and Jekyll brothers, but man, you go a couple years past that, it's even better, I think.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, like the first time seeing like the Tilt-A-Whirl video, the We Don't Die, like all those were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, I still don't think they really made videos too close to that. You know.
Oh, I totally agree, man. Their older videos, in my opinion, are far superior than most of their videos nowadays. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah. It's like back in the day, you had to have like a real production crew to make a video, so you went all out. Nowadays, you can make one on your fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it was cool though. You know, again, like even at the peak that they were at, you know, like going to school, there was it was just me and the few friends that I had that like it still felt really underground and it still felt like I was in on something that most people weren't, you know, and that really drew us all into it, you know. Like,
so did you have like a little Juggalo clique at school and shit, or were you kind of the only one? Okay.
No, there was like 3 or 4 of us,
nice.
You know, and then as you know, once the Wraith and stuff started coming out, like it grew a little bit, but it still wasn't like in the years to come, like where there was so many, you could see it everywhere, you know, like. I remember being the only kid in middle school that had a Twisted shirt, you know.
Right.
And you couldn't find it. Like I remember staying after school in the library and trying to log on to the internet to try to check the website and try to get the latest information, because that was the only way you could get it.
Bro,
it was hard.
I looked up. I would go to insaneclownposse.com at school and like print off all of like the news. I had like this thick of like shit I would like just read through of like Violent J wrote blogs and shit back then.
Yeah, straight up. You know, you'd have to call a hotline in order to figure something out or to get in on it. You know, like those were the days.
I remember by like 2000, 2001, I remember there was Juggalos that had already fell off by then. Like I had met him in like, you know, 97, and by the time 2000 rolls around, they've already dropped it and they don't care anymore.
Dude,
So,
my cousin who got me into ICP,
yeah.
he fell off by Jekyll Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. I remember Jekyll Brothers. A lot of juggalos I knew fell off. It's like they couldn't get hip to the newer shit, you know.
Yeah.
Right, and that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
You know, I think the uncle that introduced us to it, you know, maybe a few years later, once he started growing up a little bit, like he was gone. You know, he gifted my friends his jerseys and stuff, and he don't listen to it.
That's crazy.
Let me ask you this. You said so. It's your friend's uncle that was kind of like the influence. Sounds like a cool guy, but I assume your parents must have been okay with this, or are you hanging around with this bad influence of a man?
No, they were cool to it. Luckily, like my parents were pretty open minded. You know, like I don't think they really knew that I was getting into it at the time, but
not to that extent, at least.
Not to that extent, but then. You know, like once I turned 14, 15, you know, my dad was the first one that took me to see ICP. You know, he took me and my buddy to Red Rocks to see the Wicked Wonka tour.
Oh,
you know,
man, that is so
at Red
sweet.
Rocks.
Yeah.
That was my first ICP.
That's
show.
a fucking hell of a fucking
man.
place.
That sounds like a dream.
Hell of a show, hell of a venue right there. Fuck. Oh shit.
Yep. You know, he dropped us the very first psychopathic show I went to was Twisted Mirror Mirror, and they played here in the Springs, and you know, and they knew where we were going. They were cool with it. I don't think they really knew what the hell was going on.
Yeah, like you're into some music, whatever, you know.
yeah, they were cool with that, but they didn't know all the jug activities that were going on, you know, and how wild it might get. But they were cool. You know, my dad brought us to the Wicked Wonka. We got him to paint his face up at the first Fright Fest.
That's fucking sweet.
In Denver, shit like that, you know. And even to this day, like my dad, you know, he'll listen to ICP. Like he knows about Ouija, and he knows, like, you know, he knows enough.
That's
like,
cool.
He's 63 years old.
That's wow.
Yeah, he might know more than some of these up and coming juggalos.
Yeah,
yeah, you're probably right there.
My dad's kind of similar. He was like pretty cool with it. Like right off the bat, he was like a metal rocker guy, you know. So he was like, oh, cool. Like you're into some kind of cool shit. Like, but so he took me to my first show at like 13 or 14, you know. Like he was always pretty cool with it. He drove us up to Cleveland to go to a Hollow Wicked actually that year. You know, at like 14 years old, you know. So it's cool when you have somebody that's like. That's just like they're on board, you know. Like I think that's instrumental, especially when you're young, when you're a youngster, you know.
I think like, you know, the father-son kind of thing, you know. Like I think, you know, fathers know that music can be a big part of a you know, of a teenager's, you know, pivotal years. They might not like think about it, but it's subconscious there. I think for, you know, for a lot of guys, it's just like, oh man, music helped me.
Yeah,
I might as well try to be a part of this.
Oh yeah. You know, my dad is he's still my best friend to this day. You know, him and I get along. I mean, he was the first one who introduced me to shit like NWA, Too Short. Like he listened to that type of shit, you know, and so he kind of put me on in the beginning.
That's
in
sweet.
a lot of ways, you know. So I was fortunate in that way, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome,
cool.
dude.
And I know your dad was real big in like metal and stuff, like 80s type of metal.
Yeah, like
shit.
Metallica is like his number one shit, you know. But yeah, man, so that's pretty dope. Yeah, you have kind of a sounds like a similar at least household vibe. You know what I mean? It sounds like it was all right.
Yeah, it was cool.
So you must be getting decent grades then.
Yeah, I got through. I graduated and did what I had to do. You know? That was probably one of the easiest things I've ever done in my life was get through school like that. So, you know, I made it happen. Not all my friends did, but I managed to do it, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Do you have any? Were there any like standout like shows? I mean, seeing them at Red Rocks, that's got to be close to the top, I'd imagine. But do you have any? Like, have you been to any gatherings?
Yeah, I've been to one.
Okay.
So far, I went to 2007 at Cave and Rock.
Okay.
So that was right out of high school. I still can't believe, but you know, I guess we were adults technically, but my buddy, his mom let us borrow her car, and me and 4 other of my friends fucking drove out to Illinois, and had a fucking blast, you know. Like that was still one of the funnest times, man. Like just because it was right before I started. I was still super into it, and it was kind of before some of us kind of started falling off. You know, like it was right around the time of the Calm, I believe. The Calm came out.
The Calm era. Fuck yeah.
I know that's when
so
we.
it was kind of on its way out for me for a little bit, but
Yeah, that's the same one we did.
Yep.
You know, I mean, there was still seeing Lotus, still seeing Ridas in full effect. Like, it was a good time, you know. And back then, I didn't care about what I ate, where I slept, none of that. I just wanted to be there, you know. So it was a good time.
I feel that, bro. That's what's up. Any chance we'll see you at the gathering this year?
That's the plan. That's the
plan.
It's
Hell
been,
yeah.
Fuck yeah,
yep,
man.
It's been way long overdue. So I think I'm gonna make it happen this year, and it's totally doable. It's just a matter of doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So they dropped the dates, and it's going to be right here in our backyard. So I mean, like we're literally 20 minutes. Well, probably maybe about 30, depending on traffic. But yeah, we're right down the road from where it's at, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet all these people, man. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah, you know, and that's probably the reason going now is for that reason you just said, is to meet all these people that I've become friends with throughout the years, and only met them online. I met a few at this past Juggalo weekend, which was super dope.
We can talk about that too.
To finally meet these people in person, but the gathering is a whole another level. So I'm looking forward to what I'm looking forward to the most, more so than the shows and shit.
Yeah.
I got a question. Do you think the gathering? I know they're talking about it's the Gathering of Dreams or whatever. Do you think they're going to do the Wraith this year?
I don't know. I thought they already did the Wraith.
Did they?
In 2017, they performed the whole Shangri-La.
The whole Shangri-La.
For 2017, and there's video of it on YouTube.
But I think I remember that, but this would be the 20-year anniversary of the Wraith, so I'm wondering if they would do try to take it back to the Shangri-La era.
The imagery is reminiscent, like the Gathering. It has like a sky in the background or some shit. It's at least sky blue or whatever it is.
No, I hope they do, because my dog's
sorry, bro.
I hope they do, because I missed that gathering, and that, you know, as much as people may or may not like the Wraith, I mean that album is very important to me, you know? So it'd be cool to see that shit.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So let's talk about Juggalo weekend. We talked to Al. We talked to her last week about it. She only went to the one day, and she seemed like she was too into cutting rugs to really pay much attention to the show. But you know, as more of a long-term Juggalo, like tell me more of your experience and what was stood out.
It was fucking dope. Like that was some of the cooler, more unique ICP performances I've ever seen. You know. But it was cool. Me and my girlfriend, who technically isn't a Juggalo, like she's kind of Juggalo by association.
Sure.
But she supports it, and so her and I drove to Tucson, and as soon as we got down there, we were staying at the Red Roof Inn, which is like where the main hub of Juggalos were staying.
Oh, nice.
So as soon as we pulled up, I mean the whole fucking pool area, nothing but Juggalos. So it was cool. We got to meet up with a bunch of people. The day of the first show, you know, we pulled into town a few hours before the show, so we just had enough time to kind of get situated and get our costumes done and all that. So, you know, we were just kicking it, went to the show. We bought, there was a lot of people pretty dressed up. You know, I had a big Nikki Sixx wig and all that shit, which was pretty cool. But so anyways, like the actual show itself, I mean, like I said, that was one of the most unique ICP performances I've ever seen. You know, for them to they went all out on the 80s theme and gimmick that night.
It definitely looks like it.
So it was cool, man. And some of the songs they did were like For the Maggots. What was it? Like Take It, things like that. Like,
weird shit.
It was very weird to hear some of those things, you know, but they went real light on the Fago the first night.
I was gonna say, it looked like, I mean, in the video I skimmed through, it looked like they didn't throw any, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, barely at all until the last song.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
did you get on? Did you get on stage?
No, the first night, I didn't make any attempts to get on stage. You know, the second night made some attempts, no success.
Yeah.
But I tried. But you know, the first night was really, it was dope, man. We didn't go to the after party. It was just, I don't know. After seeing ICP like that, I was like, I don't really, nothing else is gonna be
Right.
more fun than that. So we just went and got food, and like I said, the Red Roof was popping with all night till 5 a.m. with Juggalo.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
So
those are some good times right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know, it was dope. We were like, some of the homies were staying like 2-3 rooms away from us. It was really cool, man. And then the second night, you know, that was the night that, because the first night was obviously, like, you can tell I collect merch and stuff like that. So a lot of that first night was getting the merch in hand, waiting in line for that, kind of getting that set aside. So I didn't go too crazy that first show. I did at points, but it was, we had other goals in mind.
Right. What'd you walk away with that you were super into? Like, what kind of shit did you buy?
There was this poster that they came out with. It's actually framed up downstairs, but they had this super dope poster, which I'm glad I got, because I was totally against getting it. I'm like, my girlfriend wanted it. It's like, not a good idea. ICP, Fago, poster, let's not do that. But she did it anyways, and I'm glad she did, because it's fucking one of the cooler pieces I have.
Okay.
But anyways, like, I got a hat, a hoodie, and a few shirts. I don't know. They didn't really have a whole lot like I was expecting.
Did you get the Devil in Leather single?
I did. Yeah. I did. I got the coin. I didn't get the tape like they were handing out, even though I probably could have. Because what it seemed like was they were, you'd walk in and they'd give you the coin, and somebody was handing out the CDs and tapes. But it looked like they were handing out CDs just to, like, before you had to specifically ask for the tape. You know,
okay.
Like, they were kind of getting by like that. Like, oh, if you don't say nothing, you're just getting a CD.
I see. Okay.
And I didn't know any better, so whatever. I got the CD.
Hey, I still would be happy to have that. It's fucking sweet.
Oh, for sure, man. It's cool. You know, for what the song is, not mad at it. You know, it is what it is. But
it was. I mean, that's gotta be. I mean, let me ask you this: how much did the band play, like, of the ICP songs? Like, we all know they play the music, like, over the speakers, but did the band, like, add anything to the actual sound?
Yeah, it did. Like, in person, and even some of the video I watched, it definitely, like, the drums were all live, and then a lot of the guitar licks or rhythm guitars, like, that was all live.
That's
like, what's
dope.
his name? Razor Ray was playing it.
Okay,
you know?
cool.
That's really fun.
And during it, like, I don't know how well it sounded per se, but it was fucking cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, how often you get to see ICP with a live band? That alone is pretty fucking cool.
I don't think I ever have to this day.
That's it was kind of like that feeling more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, it may have sounded like shit. I don't know, but it was still just cool to see.
I mean, I'm sure live it sounded great. I mean, the video I watched, like, it still sounded good, but it's not the same. We all know that.
Right.
There's live drums and live guitar. I'm sure it sounded decent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It sounded decent. I won't front. It was decent.
So the next night was the old school show, right?
Yeah. That one was that was the one where I said to my lady, like, I'm sorry, but as soon as ICP goes on, I'm out. Like, it's time to.
She didn't want to go down. She didn't want to go down to the pit with you.
No, she wasn't having it.
She's like, you have fun, sweetie.
I mean, they said on their late show that was like one of the funnest weekends and shows they've ever had.
Yeah,
dude, it was cool, man. Like, I've seen ICP quite a few times throughout the years, to say the least, and I don't know, man. They just they were on point, man. Like, there was a couple songs they messed up, but just to see them up there again, still just really trying to kill shit, like, it was awesome, man.
It's probably a mix of a lot of things. The fact that they, you know, they know inside their mind now that they're pulling back from touring.
Yeah.
They, you know, so maybe they're setting aside time to practice more and to really think about it. And, you know, the heart condition Jay has, he's probably got a new outlook on things. So I'm sure I'm sure it shows through on stage now.
Yeah.
I think so. You know, it just, maybe it was the nostalgia, all the things that you're talking about. It was just dope, man. You know, like
the feeling was there.
It was there, man. Like for it to be this long in their careers, and for them to still at least be trying to do dope shit, like I appreciate that, you know.
Fuck
yeah, absolutely,
man. Like I if I didn't know it was gonna be so cool, I would have made a potential effort. You know?
I didn't really make an effort to go to any of these shows
I
that they've been
had
doing.
no like even thought of, like it never even crossed my mind to go. I was like, oh, it's in Tucson. Yeah, they'll have fun. That's like, I didn't even think about going. You know, but it sounds so fun.
No, I don't blame you. The only reason, the biggest part of the reason we went this year was because it was so close to us in Colorado. Like,
how far is that for a drive?
It was 11 hours.
Okay,
11
that ain't
hours.
too bad.
You know, so it was, you know, it wasn't too bad between the two of us. And, you know, so that was the biggest part of the reason I wanted to make it happen. Like, they never come and do shit like that this close. Usually it is in Ohio or Detroit.
Like,
wherever.
aside from shows, like a tour, they don't really roll through the, you know, out west that much, it seems like, right?
Not in a long time. You know, like, they did the first, like, Hatchet Attacks in Denver.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Like the first couple of Fright Fests, they used to back in the day, but yeah, it's been a long time since they've done shit like that.
Yeah, because Denver was one of their bigger markets, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so. You know, like
you always heard Denver, Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you always heard.
And the Hatchet History and that song "It's Time." They talk about the Ogden in Denver. Every time we play Denver, cars get rolled over.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it was cool. I'm glad we made it happen. It was kind of like spur of the moment, like let's fucking go, you know. And I'm glad we did.
Yeah, that's sweet, bro. No, sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun, you know, and it just hyped me up more for the gathering this year as well. You know, I hadn't like I've gone to like I went to the Fury Fest and Shock. Like every time they come in Colorado on tour, I would go see them, but I haven't been going out of my way in the last 10 years or whatever to go to the gathering and do these other events. So doing this Juggalo weekend, I got the itch again to start doing it.
Oh, we feel it, man. We get it.
That's how last year when I went to the gathering, that's kind of how I started feeling. I was like, yeah, man, I got to go to the gatherings now. I just got to, especially with Jay's heart condition, man. Who knows, you know, we got to hit the stuff up.
Exactly. I don't know. This could all be gone by tomorrow for all we know. So I'm trying to take advantage of that and enjoy it while I can. Cause I mean, shit, this has been, you know, even as much as I've been in and out throughout the years, I've always paid attention to what they've been doing. But, you know, over the last 2 years, probably I really got the itch again, and it's taken on that nostalgic feel. And, you know, it's drawing me back. They fucking got me again. You know?
Similar vibe, man. Similar wavelength as us.
Yeah, man. We get it. It's the Dark Carnival is working its magic.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's cool, man. Where I'm at, like now, like the mentality that I'm at, like it takes on a different meaning these days, you know.
Yeah,
so it's cool, man.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, man. There's just this new meaning that just the whole scene has kind of taken, as far as like, you know, ICP, the connection with the fans, everything that happened with the FBI, everything that happened with the split with Twisted, all this stuff is accumulated into this new kind of feeling that you have with everything. And it's, you know what I mean? Some of it, some of it was some of it's negative, but it's more, you know, it's more of a positive wavelength, I think, is what's happening now.
Oh yeah.
Than it has been for many years.
You know, it's cool. You know, like when people see me in public wearing ICP now, or they hear I'm a Juggalo, I don't get that that negative stereotypical judgment that I used to get for many years.
Yeah, same here, man. It was the same way here.
Yeah. I think people kind of like with the FBI shit, and it just kind of all that publicity and people actually seeing what it is, I think people are like, all right, that's cool. That's what you like.
It's harmless
Fine.
fun.
Yeah. Instead of being like, oh, fuck you, you're a juggalo, you fucking,
degenerate
junkie,
piece of shit.
Right.
Yeah, because there's way weirder and crazier shit now that people are into, like pop culture shit that everybody's into. Way weirder than ICP nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it's like the ICP's tame now compared to some of the shit going on in pop culture.
True.
That's why I let my kids listen to them.
Yeah.
Right. It's true, man. So, it's cool.
But it's still got that magic, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. If I did it's a lot of nostalgia. You know what I mean? A lot of my close friends still, I only know them because of ICP and the Juggalo world, and those are the people that have stuck by me through all these years. I've had many people come and go, but the ones that I've met in this world, they're still around, it's crazy how that works. But those are the people that look out for me and I look out for them. And that's the hard part to explain to the outside world,
Right.
They don't really understand that aspect of it.
Yeah, and everybody probably has their version of that. Every fandom, every hobby or whatever. So I think people can understand if they just look at it from that kind of point of view. Everybody has their ICP.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm sure they do. But
it's not as fucking cool as ICP.
Yeah. Exactly. Fuck.
But they don't have that. They don't have juggalos. That's the key. Everybody has an ICP, but not every ICP has juggalos. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Like, juggalos are a unique fucking breed, to say the least, But they're some of the most caring motherfuckers I've ever met. Like, I got people that go out of their way all the time to hook me up or make sure I'm cool, So that's love,
Yep, we know, man.
I'm wondering if there's any other artists out there that could say, "Hey, let's go march on Washington," and how well would that work with other artists?
Like their fans would actually come without the intent of just meeting them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know, man. Maybe Britney Spears has some clout out here.
Oh, oh yeah, there's a whole fucking movement for free Britney.
Yeah. But no, I feel what you're saying.
Maybe someone like Britney, but it would be them trying to meet her. It would be them trying to catch a glimpse of her, not giving a fuck about actually marching.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I just had to throw that in there.
We get it.
What's up, man?
All right, Frank, we're gonna let you go. We appreciate you hanging out and talking with us, man. Your experience is super dope, and we're glad to have heard it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I'm super grateful to be on here and shoot the shit with you guys, and yeah, let's keep in touch, man. When I come out that way, I'll reach out to you guys, and let's fucking kick it.
Yeah, hell cool. Yeah, man, for sure.
Absolutely, man.
I love watching what you guys do. Even though y'all be dissing ICP, like you're talking about, get it. I can't front. Like, there's times where I'm getting mad listening to y'all. I'm like, these overcritical.
We're just having fun.
No, I know. And that's why I still fuck with you guys, because I know where it comes from.
Right.
I've been around long enough to understand,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
we still love the clowns, man.
That'll never happen.
Love them.
It'll never go away.
Y'all wouldn't be doing this if you didn't.
Exactly.
Nobody, so yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And can I give a couple shout outs to some of the people online, like the Psychopathic Museum?
Yeah.
Shout out the Frankenman crew. Shout out all my Colorado homies. Yeah, y'all know what it is. So I appreciate it.
Whoop, whoop.
Shout out Colorado.
Whoop, whoop, man. Much love.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, man.
You
Peace.
too, man. Peace.
Well,
man,
what a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you had to shit on us right then. No, I'm just kidding. Frank was a cool ass dude.
Yeah, man.
He's like just one of our homies. Like we would have here.
Dude. I feel like I already know him.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like
we all know a Frank G.
Yeah, man. He just that classic, just that down ass classic fucking friend, man.